What's happening, guys? This is Speedy Spectrum, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Stadium 2. In the last episode, we had cleared both the Cianwood and Olivine gyms, and we were about to enter the next one, if not for Team Rocket getting in the way, once again. They are persistent, aren't they? Well, let's get this over with. 2 grunts and 2 executives. And all I can say is, thank goodness for Mewtwo, because we are going to be dealing with a lot of poison over the course of these 4 battles. And that's precisely the reason why I decided to give Mewtwo a Poison Cure berry. The first of 4, the male Grunt. Do you know where you are? Why, yes, I know where I am. I'm at Gym Leader Castle, about to ascend to the top, and you're in my way! I'm gonna lead off with Mewtwo, and I'm going to bring Houndoom and Marowak as backup. Mewtwo can deal with Weezing, Cloyster, and Golem. Marowak can take care of Sudowoodo, and as well as Electrode, and Houndoom can get rid of Forretress.
Oh my! Team Rocket has suddenly burst onto the scene. How will their unexpected raid affect the challengers' quest for glory?
Since they burst onto the scene, here's hoping we can blast them off again. And the male Grunt is going to lead off with Cloyster. Ice-Water type, holding a Nevermelt Ice with the moves Explosion, Screech, Surf, and Ice Beam. I'm going to lead off with a Psychic. I could use Thunderbolt, but I want to see how much damage I can get from Stab.
Okay.
This guy is packing a lot of explosions and self-destructs, and he's switching out. Okay, that's pretty interesting. He's going to switch out to Sudowoodo, Rock type, holding a Paralyzed Cure berry with the moves Self-Destruct, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Feint Attack. As I was saying earlier, this guy is packing a lot of explosions, as well as Self-Destruct. So your Pokemon are going to be taking heavy damage. Thankfully, many of his Pokemon are pretty slow, with the exception of Electrode and Weezing. So you should be able to outspeed them with little issue. I'm worried about Explosion and Self-Destruct critting me because it's happened before. And I want to keep Mewtwo out for as long as possible. This Cloyster has really high defense, so special attacks are the way to go. I'm going to hit it with a Thunderbolt and see how much damage it does. I know Mewtwo can outspeed it, and indeed it did. But Cloyster's special stats aren't the greatest. Case in point, I one-shotted it with Thunderbolt. So far, so good. We're doing pretty well. Now for his last Pokemon, he's going to send out Weezing. Well, this is going to be a lamb to the slaughter, I can tell you. Weezing is a poison type, holding a Bitter Berry with the moves Explosion, Screech, Sludge, and Psybeam. Not really a threat to Mewtwo, but it is a very good physical wall. You'll want to stick with special attacks overall when fighting this guy, because a lot of his Pokemon do have relatively good physical defense. Well, that was pretty easy. 1 battle down and 3 to go. Alright, Buster, what have you got to say? You were absolutely dominated. Oh no, I'll have to report this. Come in. By all means, go ahead and report me. The more of you clowns I can take down, the better. Now on to the second Rocket Grunt, the female Grunt. What was he doing? How'd he lose to a brat like you? You guys need to come up with better insults, because You always call us brat or pest. And that carried over in the anime too. Once again, we're going to lead off with Mewtwo. And we'll also bring Kingdra as well as Zapdos.
Another rocket grunt wants to battle. How will the challenger respond to this unexpected threat?
So I'm leading off with Mewtwo, and she is going to lead off with Onix. Rock ground type, holding a Bitter Berry with the moves Bind, Protect, Toxic, and Earthquake. Now you know why I've got a Poison Cure Berry on YouTube. Mewtwo! You know, if the two fused together, it would be Mewtwo. With all of this said and done, she has a lot of poison on her team. Almost every single Pokemon she has knows Toxic. And she's leading off with... no, she switched from Onix to Dewgong. I gotta start paying attention here. Dewgong, holding a Paralyzed Cure Berry, armed with the moves Whirlpool, Protect, Aurora Beam, and Perish Song. That's a highly unusual move set, and it's one of the few Pokemon that she has that doesn't know Toxic. That did inflict some damage. Oh, there's the Perish Song. Ugh. Well, now she's just placed an ultimatum on me. I should be able to knock out Dewgong with little issue. Thankfully she does. Ow! Protect! Of course she uses Protect in tandem with Perish Song. I've never said this before, but Perish Song is a rather interesting move because you can use it in tandem with a bunch of different attacks for some really interesting strategies, such as Perish Trapping, Poison Perishing, which is when you use Perish Song and Toxic together. Stop protecting yourself! Great. Now I'm gonna have to switch out Mewtwo. Thankfully, if you try and spam Protect, eventually it will fail. And I'm gonna have to switch out to Zapdos. In fact, I probably should have done that in the first place. Just as I thought, she's switching out as well. Alright, she's switching out to Houndour. Dark Fire type, holding a Charcoal with the moves Fire Spin, Detect, Toxic, and Flamethrower. This could be tough. Instead of Protect, it has Detect. Let's use Thunderbolt on it to see if we can get some heavy damage. My bet is that it's going to use Toxic on me. Oh, not quite enough. Alright, there's the Toxic. Oh, thank you for missing. Very nice. And if my prediction is correct, she's going to go for another Toxic, which will allow me to knock out this Houndour with Drill Peck. Alright, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Nice! Goodbye, Houndour. Very good indeed.
What Pokemon will appear next?
Next up, it's going to be Onix. Okay. Well, this isn't a very good matchup for me, so I'll have to switch out to Kingdra. If I can get one strong special attack off on Onix, it should go down. But of course, I do run the risk of her switching out to Dewgong. I'll chance a Surf, but it's probably going to use Protect. Indeed it does. Alright, well that really didn't work. There's nothing really to commentate because she's just going to keep spamming Protect while the Toxic KOs me. Thankfully I do have leftovers, but I can somewhat subvert that. But the problem is that the damage you take from being badly poisoned increases over time, unlike regular poisoning. I don't know how many uses Protect has,
Missed again.
but my bet is that she's going to keep Protect up for as long as she can.
The white hot battle
And if
continues.
she's going to use the same moves over and over, then so will I. Ah, it failed!
Right work.
Your protective barrier didn't help you that time, now did it? It was nice knowing you, Onyx.
Perfectly.
Later, Gator! Or later, Snake, because it's the Rock Snake Pokemon, but that doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
Just one Pokemon remains.
So now we gotta deal with Dugong.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. This is
I'm
the
gonna have to
last
switch
Pokemon.
out because it's packing Aurora Beam. But I still want to see if I can paralyze it with Dragon Breath.
The commands are made.
Oh, and it's faster than I am. Interesting.
The protective pose.
Very interesting. I honestly thought I was going to outspeed it. Oh, what a dummy I am.
What now? Oh, that's a miss.
With Dugong out and about, I need to switch out to
They're both hanging
Zapdos.
tough.
One Thunderbolt from Zapdos, and this Dugong is gonna bite the dust.
Pokeball.
But it's just gonna keep on using Protect for as long as it can.
For another go.
Oh, it's going for Whirlpool. Interesting.
Two.
Very interesting. I honestly thought I was gonna attempt to use Protect. Well, I'm trapped now, so there's really nothing I can do. And now that I think about it, that's gonna cause trouble if it uses Parasong on me, but it won't, of course, since I outsped it, and it goes down. I didn't see it before, but that's why it's got Parasong and Whirlpool, because with Whirlpool active, you can't escape. I underestimated you, Miss Random Female Grunt. You gave me quite a struggle there. You vermin, I won't forsake my dream over this. Okay, I wouldn't call it a struggle, I'd call it a minor annoyance. And now, we are going to move on to level 3. We get a crack at an executive. Your sharp gaze makes you seem at least a little competent. I'm not only competent, I'm confident as well, Miss Rocket Executive. Once again, we're going to lead off with Mewtwo. This has been the Mewtwo Marathon, but he hasn't been in as many battles as I thought he would. We're gonna bring back Kingdra, but this time we'll send out Houndoom instead of Zapdos, excuse me.
Finally, here comes the Team Rocket executive. Losing to criminals simply isn't an option. Let's hope the challenger has the backbone to thwart the Rocket.
The announcer is absolutely right. She's leading off with Vileplume, holding a Miracle Berry, Grass Poison type, with the moves Frustration, Razor Leaf, Petal Dance, and Sludge Bomb. This is going to be a Mewtwo massacre, let's be honest. She has 4 poison types on her team. Not only that, but all of her Pokemon know Frustration, which increases in power the more your Pokemon hates you. And how did Vileplume survive with 1 hit point? And it also got a critical as well. That's embarrassing. I am disappointed in you, Mewtwo. You are more than a match for this thing. Down it goes. Irrelevant. But man, impressive that Vileplume managed to survive. I have to give it credit.
What Pokemon will appear next?
Her next Pokemon is going to be Victory Bell, yet another grass poison type, holding a Paralyzed Cure Berry this time, with the moves Frustration, Giga Drain, Razor Leaf, and Sludge Bomb. Very similar to Vileplume, except it trades Petal Dance for Giga Drain. But if I can deal with Vileplume, I can deal with Victory Bell. Simple as that. And unlike Vileplume, it didn't survive with 1 HP, thank goodness. Alright, what's your last Pokemon going to be, my friend? She's going to send out Kabutops. Rock Water type, holding a Berserk Gene, So its attack is going to get boosted in exchange for confusing itself. It's armed with Frustration, Thief, Surf, and Ancient Power. Kabutops is incredibly fast, and it's also got really good physical attack. So that Ancient Power is going to hurt if it manages to connect. Thankfully, Kabutops' defenses are lackluster. Oh, but it survived with 10 HP. And it hit me with Thief, and whoa! Wow, that did a lot! Holy mackerel! All that damage from a Thief attack? I'm impressed! Although, yeah, it's a Dark-type move, so it's super effective against me, but man! I've never seen it do that much damage, so I salute you, Kabutops! Alright, that is it for battle number 3. We only have one fight left until Team Rocket is finally out of our hair for good. Well, isn't that a bummer? No, it isn't. It's a cause for celebration because I've defeated 3 of you already. And you're Team Rocket. No one cares about you. I guess that's not quite true. You do see quite a few Team Rocket cosplayers, so you obviously have your fans. I'm sorry to say it, but this is the end. I will eliminate you. Actually, I was just about to say the exact same thing to you. For the male executive, I am not going to bring Mewtwo this time, believe it or not. Instead, I'm going to lead off with Houndoom. And for his first appearance in this video, we'll send in Machamp. Last but not least, we'll bring in Zapdos.
This is a battle against a Team Rocket executive. Let's hope the challenger can thwart Team Rocket and resume battles against the gym leader.
And he's leading off with Hypno. This is a rather nice match up. Hypno is a psychic type and it's holding a PRZCure berry with the moves Swagger, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Thunder Punch. Sorry about that, I just had to get my notes in order. The male executive likes to use Swagger a lot, hence why I've decided to bring Machamp with me. Right off the bat, we're gonna hit Hypno with a Crunch attack. Houndoom is obviously faster, and Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Psychic and Shadow Ball are not gonna do much damage to me. Thunder Punch might, but it goes for Swagger instead.
Look at that Swagger. Oh, its confusion made it tougher.
Alright, let's see if we can fight through the confusion here.
Combatants face each other.
Come on, Houndoom, I believe in you. No, you are going to hit yourself. Well, that's bad. And it is going to go for the Thunder Punch.
What now?
That Thunder Punch didn't deal much damage. However, the big danger is me getting paralyzed. That's honestly proven to be... The secondary effects of attacks have honestly proven to be the biggest danger. Case in point, I hit myself again. I'm getting worried, though. Will Houndoom be able to survive? I'm gonna chance one more Crunch to see if I can get rid of it. Yes! Yes! Thank you, Houndoom, for fighting through it. At last, the Hypno goes down. But the problem is that Houndoom is in critical condition.
What Pokemon will appear?
Alright, what is the next Pokemon? It's gonna be his own Houndoom. Okay. It's gonna be a mirror match for at least 2 seconds. Gotta get him out of there. His Houndoom is a Dark and Fire type, holding a Miracle Berry with the moves Crunch, Fire Blast, Solar Beam, and Sunny Day. Does that moveset sound familiar? Oh yeah! It's the exact same moveset my Houndoom has! Except it exchanges Flamethrower for Fire Blast, trading power for accuracy. Let's hit Houndoom with an Earthquake. But this Houndoom, yeah, you've seen me use it before. I don't need to tell you how good it is, and Oh, that hurt! That really hurt! Did you see how strong that fire blast was? Thankfully, I managed to get rid of it with an earthquake. I didn't want a chance cross chop because I was worrying that it would miss. It's happened before, as you all know all too well. Alright, Wobbuffet. This is going to be tricky. Wobbuffet is a psychic type, holding a focus band with the same 4 attacks that every Wobbuffet has. Counter, Safeguard, Mirror Coat, and Destiny Bond. I'm going to use Rest, because there's no way that Wobbuffet can directly attack me.
Oh, a quick snooze.
So I'm restored to full health, which is good. It went for the Safeguard. That doesn't really matter to me because Machamp has no way of inflicting any status ailments on Wobbuffet. The thing I have to worry about on Wobbuffet is counter. And you'll notice that I had a Mint Berry attached to Machamp, which allows it to wake up instantly after using Rest. Really, really nice. Oh, that is not very effective, is it? Goes for Mirror Coat. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. My best bet is to just keep smacking it with Earthquake. And that's no easy task because Wobbuffet has gargantuan amount of HP. It looks like as if this is going to be a 4-hit KO. Oh, never mind. Machamp is going to be the one who gets KO'd. Okay, not quite, but still. That counter attack did a lot of damage. So hopefully I can get maybe 2 more attacks in, provided it uses Mirror Coat instead. We'll see. Oh, it did go for Mirror Coat. Nice! It doesn't like attacking with the same attacks twice in a row? Okay, I'm fine with that. I think this is also the first time Machamp has ever KO'd a psychic Pokemon. Machamp, we salute you, my friend. And Wobbuffet saluted us just before it fainted, funnily enough. Well, that is it for Team Rocket. They were tougher this time around. I did underestimate them, I have to admit. This does not mean that you have dashed our grand designs. That's what you said last time before you disbanded. Well, now that Team Rocket has been taken care of, in the next video, we're going to take on the Mahogany Gym headed by Price. See you guys next time.